Master the art of speaking with a French accent like a native. A French accent is characterized by a distinctive sing-song intonation, with a rising pitch at the end of sentences. French vowel sounds are pure and precise, with no diphthongs, unlike in English, which has many diphthongs. The French sound is pronounced in the back of the throat, with a guttural, almost silent pronunciation. In French, the U sound is pronounced like a soft oo, with pursed lips and a high tongue position. French speakers tend to pronounce words with a softer, more relaxed articulation, with less emphasis on consonants. Mastering the French accent requires practice with native speakers, audio recordings, and watching French media regularly. Let's uncover the mysteries and secrets surrounding the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most impressive architectural achievements in history. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest and only remaining ancient wonder of the original 7 wonders. Built for Pharaoh Khufu around 2580 BC, it's a massive structure with 2.3 million stone blocks. Each stone block weighs an average of 2.5 tons, with some weighing as much as 80 tons. The pyramid's original height was 146.5 meters, making it the tallest man-made structure for 3,800 years. The Great Pyramid's base is a near-perfect square, with each side aligning almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions. The pyramid's construction required an estimated 20 years and 100,000 workers, a remarkable achievement for a pyramid. Separate fact from fiction as we debunk common myths about nuclear safety. From the idea that nuclear power is completely safe to the myth that radiation is always deadly. The term nuclear safety was first used in 1947 after the Manhattan Project. Nuclear power plants are designed to withstand extreme natural disasters like earthquakes and hurricanes. The 3 Mile Island accident in 1979 released only a small amount of radioactive gas with no immediate health effects. Radiation is naturally present in our environment, and we're exposed to it every day from sources like bananas and granite. The Chernobyl disaster was caused by a combination of human error and design flaws, not a nuclear power plant's inherent danger. Google Stadia, a cloud gaming platform, was shut down just 3 years after its launch in 2019 due to poor sales and lack of user engagement. Google Stadia was launched in 2019 as a cloud gaming platform to rival major gaming consoles. Despite big investments, Stadia failed to gain significant traction and user engagement. Poor internet connectivity and latency issues plagued Stadia, affecting gaming experience. Stadia's game library was limited, and many exclusive titles underperformed. Google shut down Stadia in 2023, just 3 years after its launch, due to poor sales. Google refunded all Stadia hardware and game purchases, a rare move for a failed product. At the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, 16-year-old gymnast Gabby Douglas won a gold medal in the women's team event, becoming one of the youngest Olympic champions in gymnastics history. Gabby Douglas was just 16 years old when she competed in the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. She was the first African-American gymnast to qualify for the Olympic team. Gabby's Olympic debut was a historic one, winning gold in the women's team event. This achievement made her one of the youngest Olympic champions in gymnastics history. Gabby's success was not limited to team events. She also won individual gold in the all-around competition. Douglas's historic wins earned her the nickname the Flying Squirrel and international recognition. The Challenger space shuttle disaster in 1986 was a tragic accident that resulted in the deaths of 7 astronauts just 73 seconds into its flight. The Challenger space shuttle launched on the 28th of January 1986 from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The tragic accident occurred just 73 seconds into the flight, at an altitude of 48,000 feet. The primary cause was a faulty O-ring in the right solid rocket booster, which failed in low temperatures. The O-ring failure allowed hot gases to escape, igniting the fuel tank and causing a catastrophic explosion. The crew, including Krista McAuliffe, was not informed of the potential risks of the faulty O-ring design. The disaster led to a 32-month hiatus in shuttle flights and major reforms in NASA's safety procedures. Delve into the world of structural engineering and learn about the common causes of bridge collapses, from material failure to design flaws, with expert insights and animations. Over 600 bridges collapse every year worldwide, resulting in devastating consequences. Material failure is the leading cause of bridge collapses, accounting for 40% of cases. Design flaws are responsible for 25% of bridge collapses, often due to inadequate calculations. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge, which collapsed in 1940, was famously nicknamed Galloping Gertie due to its unusual oscillations. Corrosion is a major contributor to bridge collapse, with saltwater and humidity accelerating the process. Regular maintenance can prevent up to 75% of bridge collapses, highlighting the importance of proactive inspections. Discover how the HANS device, introduced by Dr. The HANS device was introduced by Dr. Robert Huertas in 2003 to revolutionize motorsport safety. HANS stands for Head and Neck Support, a critical component in preventing head injuries. The device prevents basilar skull fractures by keeping the head from whipping forward or backward. IndyCar and NASCAR were among the first to adopt HANS, making it a racing standard. Since its introduction, HANS has saved numerous lives and prevented severe head trauma in motorsports. Today, HANS devices are mandatory in most professional racing leagues worldwide for driver safety. Learn the science behind muscle recovery, including the role of rest, nutrition, and sleep in muscle growth and repair, and discover how to optimize your recovery routine. Muscle recovery begins within 30 minutes of intense exercise or strength training. Rest and relaxation stimulate muscle growth by releasing anabolic hormones. Protein intake within 1 hour of exercise boosts muscle repair and growth. Sleep deprivation can reduce muscle recovery by up to 70% every night. Inflammation is a natural part of muscle recovery, but excessive inflammation hinders progress. Adequate hydration is essential for muscle recovery, with dehydration reducing recovery by 50%. Watch and laugh at the top 3 most hilarious goalkeeper blunders, including David Seaman's infamous slip against Southampton in 2004. Goalkeepers are the only players who can touch the ball with their hands in a match. David Seaman's blunder against Southampton in 2004 is considered one of the most iconic in football history. The mistake led to a 2-2 draw, costing Arsenal the chance to set a new unbeaten record. Seaman was 40 years old at the time, making him one of the oldest players to make a high-profile blunder. The error was so embarrassing that Seaman even laughed about it himself after the match. Goalkeeper blunders are often more memorable than great saves, making them a fan favorite in football culture.